Aquí still video, right? Still.
This is a long flight, probably about 8 hours. When we land, supposed to go across the Heathrow, catch a flight to Berlin. First leg, well, second leg.
Hello there.
If I can make yourself comfortable.
Well, I go see, we on ground, we on solid ground, but not on the ground that we supposed to be on.
You know which part of Heathrow we going? We're going Terminal 5, huh? Terminal 5? Terminal 5. Good morning.
What the artists have gained actually out here is exposure to a new market as number one. So they're widening their fan base, and with that, they can look forward to coming here again, another time, because this market is so huge that you can come several times and still not wear it out. So they're building a fan base here right now. From the business and the executive point of view, what we've done out here, we've planted a seed for future years, where we're tapping new markets, meeting new people, new festivals, and what we're trying to do is incorporate what we do back home to make people understand who we are as Trinbagonians. And this is just a seed planted this year.
We chose Marlon, Melody, and Maximus. First of all, it was my personal favor, so to say. We brought last year Bungie and Fayon, and we brought Bungie before. And I said last year Carnival in Berlin. I said next year I want to definitely get Maximus, for example, for the Carnival. And then I got my link with Marlon Asher, and then I always heard this nice little voice from Trinidad, from Jamelody. And then I heard, all right, the link is there also, and a good connection, a good vibe between Marlon and Asher. So we say this would be a perfect package. It would be great to expose it here.
Everybody ready for Maximus! can't take off. One, them rookie pilot. You not ready to fly the air pass. Them way down in on the line up. Work your way up and climb up. Them send you to Barbados. Everybody in a Berlin. London. Some of them flying out of them plane. I don't fly with none of them again. Some of them out of them rails.
What is my total goal about coming to the European, having this European experience is basically letting people know that, you know, me, Maximus Dan, I'm an entertainer, I'm an artist that is all-rounded in my musical genres. And when you come out to a big place like Europe, the possibilities are limitless, it's endless. So, you know, just linking with the people on the ground, you know, from, you know, Finland and Sweden is a great opportunity because these other promoters have friends all over Europe. And when you give them music and when they see your performances now, the feedback now that is given and that spreads around will obviously bring more attention to you and your product. So to me, it's all about planting that seed, you know, with the hope and with the faith that it will grow and it will bring more opportunities. So this is the reason why I'm here. I've always wanted to come to Europe. I want to go to Asia, I want to go to Africa, because these places don't really get to see artists from the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. So the whole idea of coming to a place that is strange, that is uncharted waters, if you want to call it that, is great for me, so that we can move away from the West Indian crowd and go into the heart of places like Europe and Asia and Africa and these places. So it's great.
Somebody jump, somebody win, somebody run, I'm a
I would have to say in Berlin, you know, that night I performed by myself. I was the only artist scheduled, live entertainer at that club, and the people well enjoyed the show, you know, especially for the song Fighter. You know, a lot of people take to that as a matter of fact. I've heard that it's one of the strongest soca songs in Europe. Popularity is up there. So it was phenomenal to see how the people reacted to it.
We have worked the underground for the last 5 years. Actually, Marlon was the pilot project of working for the underground, what we call guerrilla marketing because of the ganja farmer song. So Marlon has been successful underground the world over now. And the way I looked at it was, if you're having this success in one way, and there's a reggae side of the Trinidad industry, Trinidad Tobago industry, instead of trying to create a whole new market, recreating the wheel all over again for the soca, we've had the success with the reggae, with Marlon, so I decided to piggyback off of Marlon and work the soca. But to strengthen this particular tour, which has a strong reggae market out here, at least stronger than the soca market, use Jar Melody to support with Marlon, and Maximus, because Maximus was known during the World Cup for the football song in 2006, I think it was. So there's still a memory of the Soca Warriors and the football song. So it's a continuity because there was no follow-up from anybody back home on what the success we've had here with the Soca Warriors. So I just decided to, you know, a little continuity to pick up the pace, and then from here we started to select different artists as we go along.
Please be the light and the salvation always. Our God, yes. Jah, the need is much guidance. See them through all trials and tribulation. Whoa, whoa, boom boom, yes. We're born with the sense of this generation. Enough sense to enter the gates of Zion. Place for the people, yeah. Jah guide in peace. Peace be there, and there's salvation always.
A lot of people will ask, why isn't I, Jah Melody, who come from Trinidad and Tobago, in doing soca music, because, traveling all over the world, is like that question they ask me, but it's not being from Trinidad makes you what type of artist you are, is whatever vibes, inspiration you feel and whatever you get, So it's like reggae music is something, I loved, but it grabbed me so much that it actually become Jah Melody.
Forever give thanks, everlasting life shall be our reward. Give thanks for the food we eat, and the shades that Jah put over our head. If it wasn't for Jah love, we would already be dead. So let's all give thanks. For every wicked thing that God has done for us, so give thanks. In the dark, just shine is a light for us, so give thanks. Yeah. Jah quench my tears, Jah lift me up, give thanks. You wanna know? We should never deny. He's the one who created you and I. Without him, I know we are not.
What we need to do is, as I say, recognize music, not just as a Jamaican thing or Trinidad thing, but music has become international right now because even a Berlin artist might be a reggae artist. So.
I've been to Berlin already, I've been to certain places already, And one thing I could say about Europe is that, people really appreciate reggae music, You could come from wherever you come from in the world. People really appreciate good music,
She woke me up early this morning. Listen up, today you're leaving. Have to do a little work in a foreign. But to know you're learning of the entertaining. But remember while I live and screaming.
Reggae music is international music, so it's understood by a lot of people, And for me, singing reggae music to people, is like, showcasing what my country really have to offer in terms of reggae music, And I always, mention that I'm from Trinidad and Tobago. I always make known that, we have a movement in Trinidad and Tobago, with a lot of reggae artists. I also, try and, answer any question about any Trinidadian reggae artist or any artist on the whole that comes from Trinidad and Tobago. I guess you could say, I'm kind of proud, to represent my country in such a manner because wherever you go, people tend to think, Jamaica, you're from Jamaica, but, as for me, I'm always dubbed as a Trinidadian, and that's something that, I hold dear to my heart because Trinidad is where I'm from, and that's the place I love most, so it's always a pleasure, to represent something good,
Want to dance now with the girl, them to see the girl, them moving so amazing. Just the young berries on the most are pretty. I'm the man who is on a baby amazing. Yes, ladies, I should make them chant and sing. Hey, Mr. Bijo, you get the review. Long time when I get to the styling. Long time when I get to the styling. Let's rock the head and sing.
You have hotel information? You have hotel information?
Water?
Hotel.
Already, sir? Yeah.
You have it?
Yeah.
I want a water and hotel could rhyme by.
Why do we spy? I tell you, man, I'm telling you something, boy. Something I'm telling you. Listen to it. It's like, should I get a frightened boy? Boom!
Ladies and gentlemen, we'll shortly arrive at Oslo Central Station, where this train terminates. The platform will be in our right-hand side. Thank you for traveling with the Airport Express train and have a pleasant stay.
The tour so far is running quite smooth. Couple challenges because we were done in the last minute. Challenges that we can handle. I think the biggest challenge we had was because the tour was finalized, I think about a week and a half before we came up here. Our inter-European flights were challenging to get on everybody on all those flights. So I think that's our biggest challenge. Bar that, we're having pretty good success. Nice turnout for this kind of market, which is the underground market in Europe. And, you know, we're doing fine.
Coming out here and performing in clubs that, you know, could basically hold about 1,500 people to full capacity. You know, for us who've been performing for a very long time and performing for well over 8 to 10 to 15,000 people, it's sort of strange, but when you're starting over, when you're going into new territory, just how we started in our careers long time where, you know, we had to go to the small venues, the block parties and what have you, to be known, I think it's the same thing that is going on. And eventually the word will get out there about what we're doing. And we will try to link with the people who have links to the major festivals around Europe, in and around Europe, because that is the idea. To start small, keep growing, let the reputation, let the name, let the music spread. Then eventually, you know, we may get that call, or we ourselves will petition to be on such a festival. So the idea is to not be downtrodden, you know, with performing for small crowds, because we all were born small and we keep growing. So that's the idea.
Viking song, you know, say you're the champion about here. God bless every time, you know. And me, Mr. Marlon, Asher say so. Man like Psycho Freud, you don't know, say Vicious E, Heart of Love, anyway you did it. No, it's a rude boy time. A rude boy time. Ma tell you, say, well, it's the Vikings' chance now for hustle. Go tell the idiot fi shuffle. You can't want dub clash and don't want trouble. You don't think Vicious he wouldn't kill you? Well, it is the Vikings' time now fi juggle. Go tell the idiot fi shuffle. You can't want dub clash and don't want trouble. You don't think Psycho Freud wouldn't kill you? Well, like you know see.
It's called Oli Otia.
Yeah, Oli Otia.
Oli Otia, Uganda. Yeah. Says Marlon Ashley with Vicious E.
Oli Otia.
Yeah. Oli Otia.
Otia.
Running again.
Oli Otia.
Otia.
Otia. Alright. Oli Otia.
Just let it go, yeah.
Now. Hey, Oli Otia. And me, Mr. Marlon, Asher Uganda, you don't know, say Heart of Love, me kicking it back with my brethren. Hey, Vicious E, let go the track.
Yeah.
Dedication, give love militia some inspiration and make them go on. Spread your message from Neelan. Call love militia, them a ganja planter. Call them the ganja farmers. Deep down in the earth with them put the ganja. Hey, love militia, you know. Champion, come in say ganja.
Ganja, ganja, ganja. Love militia, no call it that, them call it sensimania. Bring it back, I have to spice up that pizza. Love militia, no call it that, yeah. Spice up that little. Say yeah! Rastafari, it's a pleasure to be here, you know. I feel so loved right now. Run it again! Yeah, you see the flag, send me the flag, send me the flag, send me the flag. Send me the flag, send me the flag, send me the flag. Send me the flag. Send me the flag, send me the flag. Send me the flag. Rastafari. I was the last side, Rastafari, my flag. Trinidad and Tobago, you want from Trinidad and Tobago. I am on this side, your prince of Benidorm. Turn the music on, we know that. I'm ready to talk it to the people out there. You gotta be up, gotta be up. Turn the music on, we know that. Ready to talk it to the people out there. You gotta be up, gotta be up. Listen. I see you better be ready. So beautiful and time to follow. I swear keep it unstoppable. Babylon can't slow me down. Candy on my brothers. Candy on my beautiful sisters. On your knees and I'm going. Because I can change right now.
Being on the store, it teach me a lot of, being professional, because we all know, a lot of things wasn't done a little professional, but as I say, just being on the tour, it's gonna teach us that next year when we come back, we're gonna tighten up on some things, like the booking of flights and timing, for everything. But as I say, everything was good.
May accept so and the please, may I once again, so that you to understand. There's a ribbon in the sky, brown. Come on, skip it.
Last year I was a short tour in Europe I was on, and the people was just getting to know Marlon Asher, and what I have to offer. And coming back the second time, has taught me that, that I didn't only, came out here and sang for people, that I also left an impression on people, and as far as I could see, it's only more tours to Europe ahead of us, because of the fact that the more show we do is the more invitation we get for shows, and the more people interested in making music with Trinidad artists, and so I could definitely see the progression from last year to this year.
Listen, you see my darling, she woke me up early this morning. Now listen up, today you're leaving. Afternoon I need to work in a foreign. Like them two daughters. That's it now, yo, as the people, it's been a pleasure, you know. Rastafari.
We need to diversify. Right now, soca music is kind of pigeonholed into carnival. It was calypso, then it was soca music. Now we have groovy soca, but it's still too pigeonholed into carnival, into the competitions, into the festival. We're here in Berlin, right? I've been listening to radio almost 24/7, and I'm hearing soca elements, believe it or not, out here in different genres of music, of the dance and all the techno. And we need to get peace in that action. Keep what we have for festival, but we need to diversify where you have festival music and you have non-festival music, where we can take maybe some of the non-festival stuff and integrate with what's happening out there. We could be able to fit into a club and that, seamlessly, and people just continue partying and not be a novel song.
The first thing we need to do is we need to keep producing music on a more regular basis, and we need to start, forming partnerships and linkages with the people out, four corners of the earth.
But it's still like an underground thing over here. It's not really like the music is not really playing on the radio or like on MTV, or we don't have like music videos really showing like those type of music and for the wide public. So in the end, it's like us, like the DJs or the sound systems, bringing the vibe to the people and getting those artists and those music really like on a bigger level to really realize a tour and for the artists and for us as well. But actually, it's not very new to the people, the music, but like it's actually there's a big response. And for example, Maximus, like he never really toured in a way like this before. He came to Germany for the World Cup, but actually like this and really seeing the smaller clubs, the heat when he performs his songs, it's amazing.
Somebody say pull up. All right. Hamburg, it feels good to be back out here. And you see right now, we have a special Monday night. Right now, I want to see everybody put your rags up, please. Put your hands up, please. Put your cellular phones in the air. Put your lighters in the air. Hamburg, make some noise for the gladiator. Make some noise for Maximus Dan.
Yeah. What up, Sir Spider? Everybody, Everybody put your hands in the air right now. Right now. All the way from Trinidad and Tobago. Hey, hey. Ready? One time. Everybody shut us up. Shut the bones. Shut the bones. Humble. Here's the one and only. It's a must. It's a must. It's a must. Give me up. Land them plane. Some of them. In the meantime, between time, it's Maximus the gladiator, hotter than a radiator, representing Johnny Creator right now. Hey! Everybody put it up, put it up! Put it up! Whoa, yeah! Whoa! Bang, 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 bang! Land them! Some of them, out of them range, land them! I don't fly with none of them again, land them! Some of them, out of them reach. Let me explain. Can't fly without the right parts. Some of them itching, feel the mark. Them wings, way too short. Who no run them out the airport? Yeah, traffic, sign them off. Guess what? You can't take off. One, them rookie pilot. You not ready to fly the airport. Them way down in the line up. Watch your way and climb up. Them send you to Barbados and you end up in the Bahamas. Well, land them. Some of them, out of them range. I don't fly with none of them again. Some of them, out of them range.
At the end of the day, we ask for support from government, we ask for support from the corporate agencies, and these things are vital. It's not like we're begging people for money for personal use. It's to really and truly elevate the standard of entertainment in Trinidad and Tobago. And as an entertainer, one would like to see us in all the high esteemed places that we see other musicians from other countries in their respective genres. So we cannot be a country that can bring people to our neck of the woods for a particular occasion and still not have that entertainment, let's say, prowess or big name after that time has passed. So as I keep saying, what we need to do is do a little bit more producing of music, learn about the business, learn about what the global market needs, and what we could provide for them as well. So, my whole thing is that this is the first step, and let us hope that other artists and let us hope that the country at large pays attention. Don't let it be, hey, these men went to Germany and they went to here and they went to there. Yes, all that is well and good, but it's hard work. It's planting a seed, it's ensuring that whoever is to come after us is going to go a little bit further. Because before us, Marlon went, Bungie Garland went last year, and I guess after seeing the artists and that is how they knew who else to bring. So maybe next year, God willing, we may not be on this particular tour, but let us hope that we really inch closer to what our true goal and objective is.
Oh. Yeah. Everybody set the boats. Everybody set the boats. Everybody set the boats. What's going on? Everybody set the boats. Push it up, man. Heaven's right. Yeah. It's heaven's right. It's heaven's right. Yeah. Just like the scientists are making moves and breaking rules. All up in my attitude. Who says we can't elevate to the highest altitude? Got the global eyes and the normal price. Don't you block my view? I need the express. We have take diligence to the excess. Take risk me no matter with the regret. Something out there me no see yet. My dream to be lagging on the toilet. Give them in life and direct. Them now ready for the real test. Bring your best. Everybody put your hands in the air. Blast up. Take off, take off, take off. Blast up. 1, 2, 3.
We're getting ready for the
Every day, if you not have God within your heart, your soul will be taken away. Oh yes, I said the way the life goes today, the rich man I gotta richer. All the people in the Gambia every day, more and more of them I suffer. Oh, oh, struggle man, I struggle in the ghetto. Oh, Gambia, I'm gonna fight it like a Joe, bless the love down with me, Jamie, the chosen one who goes. It's Unique FM 101.7 FM. Keep it locked. Slash. Yeah.
Well, I would say what I would like to see my music do is that if a younger youth trying to bust in his music, listen to my music and change his whole life, as a matter of fact, be a better person, I would say, you know, Jah Melody music has done something great.
All the ladies. She's everything a man could want and more. So virtuous, so righteous and so good. I love you, oh baby, no more but you, oh lady. You're the inspiration of my life. Grandmother of my kids, my future wife, woman, I love you, I love you, I love you. No mama, you, yeah. I said I'm never gonna leave you, because I know your love and trust me, baby. Never gonna leave you, baby. I know. I'm never gonna leave you. I'm gonna know I know your love and trust me, crazy. Never gonna leave you, baby. I know.
Well, personally, we no intend to end with career, you know. I plan to sing until the last breath, you know. But I will always like to be remembered as, you know, the artist that, you know, broke barriers, you know. I like to implant on my listening population, my fans and people who listen to my music in general, you know. I'd like to always leave the impression that, you know, love has, you know, effect, you know, that could shape the world differently.
Yo, it's a pleasure to be here for the second time in Vienna. Yo, City Lock, running there, we bless the place now. Hey!
No, the name of this one come to me.
After show party. After show party right now.
Well, the tour has been going good for me because I've been to five places, and all the parties have been great. Crowd participation, wonderful. Just came back from Finland a little while ago. That was a wonderful experience. No sort of night time up there, just like 2 hours, darkness, if you want to call it that, But the vibe was real good. I would say that the only hiccup that I've had is the cold that I caught last week in Sweden. And after that, I've been battling along the way, and voice has been coming back, and, just doing the do.
We had a show we did in Amsterdam, and it's like we didn't really get time to rehearse with the band or sound check with the band, and it happened this way that, it's time for us to go on the show, as immediately, and we didn't really have no choice, and I see, I will just give the band a try to see, if, and it so happened that, people them like, they just go up with their friends, and it's like, they really accept the vibes that how we didn't really rehearse with the band, but it's more like, a live thing, or more like real then, as I say, and trust me, that was one of the greatest performances and one of the greatest experience being here in Europe, Amsterdam.
Listen. There's a way of life we all should live, and it is the Father's will. Oh yes, He said He's going to prepare a place for us, so our children are gonna be saved. I wanna be there, for the Master's broken to see the great mystery Babylon's fall. So we're gonna be there, where everyone is in love, where there is love and no more war. You can make it if you're believe.
Ooh, na 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 na, na 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 na. It's been a long time, 'cause man a dance again. Ooh, see the girl them whining, no man a day back of them. Ooh, hello baby, how do you do? I'm so pleased to meet you, and I hope you're pleased too. I could see you've got the right shoes for dancing, and the music set the mood for romance. If I could only make you.
Well, concerning the future, we definitely want to do this Caribbean invasion again. I even want to do it bigger, and have like my plan called like Caribbean Explosion. which makes it like a bigger, like a festival. The nice thing about our venues that we had last time, like actually Supersonic had like performed there, and we have like a background. For a long time we've been having shows there, keeping parties, and so we have actually a good kind of relationship with the people from the Yam, for example, which is like a home base of reggae, dance or Caribbean soca music for everybody, for tourists, and like they have every day almost something going on there. And so I actually want to hold on to this venue, but of course we have like bigger visions and what we want to do for the future.
When I come out tonight, I say I come out like a Trinidad tonight. I say I can't come out and laps tonight. It's good thing I didn't know me outside. I support them. I keep humble and go out of myself there because when I start out of myself, I done. Yeah. But you had a good time though. Yeah. I mean, when I live to Zurich, I don't drive a long way. And for flesh and blood. It's a blessing. It's a blessing. You know. So it's set again in soca, you want, right? Well, we are Trinidad and soca. Gina and China, Rosita and Clement. From the corner boat, bet your life is something to celebrate. And if you get them broken, you can get them all. Don't make a row. The Yankee gone, but I shall take over now. Everybody who makes it to the water. It's carnival. It's carnival. Everybody lively up your side.
Tonight, the big after show party, Caribbean invasion. This one. Don't look for no job in this organization. Money body good one on the occupation. To the most high your blessed obligation. To the mercy for the heathen and the shield. Who that? Slew that? Who that? I'm up to last Satan. Again. Who don't think say that me know? Last Satan, and then again, everybody, show me the hand. Show me the hand that don't last Satan. Show me the who love the Most High, raise him high. Who praise the Most High, who love the Most High, who bless the Most High. Satan, again, who no thinks that no don't come to last Satan, again, everybody, so many.